And so, yeah, again, if this was a game where there were long sets, I think it could justify you playing a character who you know isn't strong tier-wise, but I'm just gonna enjoy because I like their mechanics. But in this game, it's like you're just going next guy, next guy, next guy, and if the next guy is fucking Dragunov, the next guy is Feng, the next guy is King, the next guy is Alyssa, the next guy is Shou, the next guy is Dragunov, the next guy is Dragunov, the next guy is Feng, the next guy is Jin, the next guy is Jin, the next guy is Dragunov, the next guy is Feng, the next guy is Jin, the next time is Dragunov, and you're like, bro, I need a character with whom I can fight against Jin and Dragunov and King and not want to commit Harry Carey. I don't want to commit Mariah Carey on stream. Know what I mean? I'm not trying to commit Mariah Carey on stream. So I need a character who I can play against the top tiers with. Because the game's just gonna keep giving me a conveyor belt of fucking Jins into Kings, into Jins, into Dragunovs, into Jins, into Kings, into Dragunovs, into King, into fucking. I'm like, no. If I'm gonna have to deal with these characters, I need a character of my own as a troublemaker. That's right, sir. I said what I said. I don't want to commit Mariah Carey on stream. Know what I mean? I'm not trying to live like that. I'm not trying to live like that. Play Shaheen? Fuck Shaheen. You want to talk about the most slept on characters? Shaheen. And I'm guilty of it too. I've slept on Shaheen too. But to be fair, I don't think Shaheen's broken. I think Shaheen's strong. I can live with that. Right? I can live with Shaheen's strength. But like, but he's annoying as fuck too. The fact that a character like Shaheen can exist and we aren't calling him busted tells you how busted this game is. You know what I mean? That's how you know. That's how you know. Gimmicks and mix-ups are better in the first. Exactly! So you better have a character who's got like fucking gimmicks. You better have that. This is the system that the game gave us. I really fuck with what's his name? Who's the one who won Evo Japan? Like Chikarin. He saw what Tekken 8 was and said, fuck it, I'm playing Lily. Like fuck. Like because it's a new game, so you have to pick new characters. Got him. Leo be making me mad. Well, fighting against Leo? Here's the thing, I agree with you. Leo is like fucking annoying as fuck. And the fact that Leo is not a top tier character in this game tells you everything you need to know. Leo, so anyway, like I was saying, yeah, Chikarin was like, he never played Leo, but like, okay, Tekken 8 is a bullshit game where it's all about putting the biggest mix up on the table. Fuck it, instead of complaining online like Arslan was, I'm just gonna pick the cheap character. It is what it is. I'm gonna pick the character that fits the system. So he went for fucking, I think Speakick said it best, like, he's the perfect professional. Instead of bitching, like, all right, cool. I know I have my preconceptions about what Tekken is. I know I have my preconceptions about what makes a good Tekken character, but this is Tekken 8. It's a new Tekken, so I have to rethink this. And he picked a character who fit the system, fit his style, fucking started playing with controller for the first time, won Evo Japan. I fuck with that. That was one of my biggest inspirations. So I'm like, look, I like Leo, because Leo's like, oh, the king / queen of generics has all these, like, this jack of all trades toolbox, so you can, like, control space. Remember space control in Tekken? Remember when space control was an actual playstyle of Tekken? Fuck that now. Now just do fucking 4-4-2. If your character ain't got a 4-4-2, you're low tier. Get the fuck out of here. I'm out here. Oh, Leo's got a really long range down 4-2, so I can, like, backdash, control space, and force whiffs. What? Create whiffs against Reina and now against Lydia? Against the Mishimas with their fucking, like, demon paw? What space control? You need to just get in and then have, like, just do shit. Like, fuck that. Space control? There is no space control. Right? So it's like, so all of the things that I liked about Leo, fuck that. So that's the thing. My highest win rate is with Leo. But I'm like, I'm not playing Leo for 7 years again. I'm just not. In this system, fuck that. Fuck that. And that's Leo. And I don't even think Leo's weak. I just feel like, again, like I said earlier, it's not about the character being weak. It's just like, who do I want to use to deal with these Jins, these Yoshimitsus, these fucking Kings, these fucking Alyssas? Not Leo. Tell that much right now. If you're gonna have bullshit, I need bullshit too. I need bullshit. I need to be able to pull bullshit out of my pocket because I'm gonna have to be dealing with your bullshit all day. So yeah, I get it, man. And I know a lot of people are frustrated, but I think just change your mindset. It's a new game. So you have two options. Get with it or fucking leave. Go play 7, right? And again, I'm talking to myself because again, when I first played this game, I was very frustrated. I'm with you. So if you're frustrated, I'm not talking shit to you. I felt the same way you did. But I realized we've got a choice to make. If I really hate the game that much, then stop playing. And if I'm gonna keep playing, stop bitching and pick a character who you have fun with. You gotta do it. Why though? Also, Brian's harder to use than Leo. Yeah, Brian's way harder to use than Leo. But No buts. Brian's wild to use on Leo. I think Brian's hard to use on Leo. But yeah, fuck Brian. But yeah, fuck Brian. But yeah, Brian's way hard to use. I was gonna say like, there's no buts. Brian's just objectively hard to use on Leo. But Brian has some bullshit too. Don't get twisted. But yeah, fuck playing. I don't understand you, Brian plays. Like I'm gonna play Brian in this. I want to play Brian in this really hard character in this game that rewards bullshit. But then at the same time on Twitter, I'm gonna complain about the bullshit every single fucking week. Like, no, man, pick a lane. If you're playing Brian, then you've chosen the hard path. Fine, then stop bitching, bro. Stop bitch. Oh, this Xiaoyu cheap character. Then pick Xiaoyu. I don't want to. Okay, then stop bitching. Pick a lane. Pick one, right? Like, whew, right? And again, and this comes from someone who hates Xiaoyu. I hate Xiaoyu. That's why I'm playing her. Like, even Asuka. Bro, if you followed me from Tekken 7, Asuka was the character I hated the most. More than anyone. And so now, this is the same man that reckoned, no, but Yoshimitsu is great. Yoshimitsu is super powerful in this game. Yoshimitsu is fun. And I think, Cyril, I know you in real life. I think you would appreciate Yoshimitsu. The same way I'm like, I can simultaneously say that Yoshimitsu is bullshit and that you'd enjoy them. The same way that I think Xiaoyu's bullshit and I would enjoy her. Because that's how I think. I'm a nerd. I spend time in the lab. I'm like, I enjoy... I'm a collectible card game player, so I like looking at a table full of moves and being like, ooh, I could combine this into this, into this, into this. Like, that's my brain style. I love that. Asuka is way more stupid in this game. Yes, but here's the thing. Asuka is simultaneously more stupid and worse in this game because Tekken 7 was an inherently defensive game. So Asuka's inability to do sustained pressure wasn't that big a weakness. But in this game, if your character can't sustain pressure, your character's trash. Your character's trash. Like, Asuka's a bad character in this game. Like, she's a bad character. Like, for real. But don't get twisted. Annoying as fuck. Fucking annoying. Damn it, you make good points, but I don't want to think. That's the thing though, I don't want to think. I want to think. I'm a thinker in Tekken. That's the only value I get in this game. I enjoy learning about characters more than I do about trying to like optimize, right? So I get that, but I think you, if you were to commit to Tekken hardcore, I think you do well with Yoshimitsu. But you're playing Eddie. Fuck it, get your free wins, baby. 3-3-3 into 3-3-3-3-3-3-3. Fuck it, why not, man? John Dane, one of the best players in the world, plays Eddie. Why can't you? Fuck it, play the character. Know that a lot of people are gonna call you like a basic bitch, but like, who cares about them? Fucking beat them and take their points. Know what I mean? That's what I'm doing with Xiaoyu. Oh, your character's cheap. Yeah, but like, hold it sweet though. Oh fuck. Oh, you didn't? You ate that shit? Oh fuck. Tough to be you, bro. How do you feel about Steve in this meta? Fuck Steve in this meta. Steve is hard work, bro. Again, just like I said that the whole space control doesn't work in this environment. The whole Steve thing of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna defend and wait for the right moment and then counter hit you. Fuck that. Waiting. In Tekken 8, I'm gonna wait for my opportunity. Patience in Tekken 8? Are you high? You gotta be doing the pressure. And the thing is, Steve's pressure has always been fake. He's always been like minus frames. So it's like, it's not, so fuck that. Body! Steve's a body! Yeah, fuck Steve, man. I mean, I've always hated Steve in all games, but like, I feel sorry for Steve players, man. And if you're still playing him, I respect you. But yeah, you're playing the wrong game. Let me say that back. If you're playing Steve, I respect it. Stick with your character, but like, I don't know. Am I gonna be playing Steve for 70? I can't. The thing is, I'm a loyalist. That's the thing. And you might not think so because I've been playing so many different characters. But the reason I'm playing so many different characters now in year one is because I know that when I pick a character, that's just gonna be it for the next fucking 6 years. That's my nature. So I gotta get the choice right. Which is why I'm dating everyone. But then I'm gonna marry one of these motherfuckers, and that's gonna be it, right? So I'm trying everyone right now. I got nothing to prove. I'm not in Tekken World Tour this year, right? So I can just play. But like, so yeah, you know, don't commit. Play everyone. See what you like, because I'm telling you. And here's you know what's really fucked up? As a Leo player, yeah, with each DLC that came out, I got more and more just annoyed with Leo, because like I said earlier, you have to use your character to deal with everyone else's character. So when Marduk comes out, you got to use Leo to deal with Marduk. And then when fucking Fuck Around comes out, I gotta use Leo to deal with Fuck Around. And then Kunimitsu comes out, I gotta use Leo to deal with Fuck. That's the thing. You have to think about your character in relation to everyone else, right? That's the thing. Do I like Leo? Yeah, I like Leo. But do I want to use Leo against Fang, against Dragunov, against Nina? No, bruv. No, and it's not even about winning. It's like a great test is, who is it more fun to lose with? Because like with Leo, I feel like I use a lot of my brain trying to navigate like the hodgepodge of like strong but non non-sequenced moves, because like Leo can do everything, but it's not optimized for anything. So trying to like use my brain to kind of figure out which set of tools are useful in this matchup, use my brain. Meanwhile, my opponent is going la 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 la, and if I'm wrong, if I don't duck the high, if I don't block the low fast enough, if I get counter hit, I fucking die. So I'm using all my brains, and then I lose, I fucking feel angry. Whereas with Asuka, who I'm worse with, when I lose with Asuka, I'm like, well, I didn't really use that much brain power. Know what I mean? Like, yeah, I lost, but fuck it. I was going la la la, and my opponent was going la la la, and he won la la la. But like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. And like, even with Shou is like complicated, but I feel like a lot of the complication with Shou happens off screen. Like, because you learn what goes into what, and you come up with like a sequence of like flowcharts in your mind, and then in the match, you're just modulating the flowcharts. So you're like, oh, my opponent ducks here, so I'll do this instead of this. So I'm going down this branch, right? Which is so much fun. Like, it's so much fun with Shou. Like, so much fun, right? But on top of that, Shou just has like fucking dumb power. So sometimes I can just be like, you know what? I don't feel like thinking right now, so I'm just gonna do a hypnotist mix-up. And if you lose, if you guess wrong, you fucking die. You fucking die. And there are some scumbag rounds with this character that I'm just like, I love that. I fucking love that. I mean, you need to have the ability to do that shit. And like not having that and dealing with characters who do have that, get the fuck. And don't even get me started on Kings, man. These King players on every level. I have lost to so many Kings. I'm like, respectfully, you're trash at this game. Like, and I know how salty that sounds. I know that's like scrub calls. I lose to you and I call you trash. But it's like, respectfully though. I had a day where like my throw breaking wasn't peak. Okay, it wasn't peak. Like you have moments, like you fluctuate. Even you'll notice that sometimes the pros will break every day, and other days they're not doing it. Right? I had a day where I'm just not breaking all the throws, and you won, literally because I just failed to break some of the unthinkable throws. But then also there's just throw mix-ups, and I guess wrong, and yeah, there's just so many times where you just lose, and you're like, I don't feel like I lost at Tekken. I don't feel like I got out Tekken. I just feel like your character's just better than me. Is the truth. The King flowcharts makes you rethink. Like, it just makes me. I've lost to King players. I'm like, there was one player that I played online, and here's the thing: it's not that he was bad. I was playing Leo, he was playing King, and I could tell, right? Because I played Tekken long enough. I was like, this guy and me, we actually have similar levels of Tekken knowledge. I could tell, but he just kept beating me like 2-1. I couldn't take a whole set off him, and I remember thinking like the difference between us is not our skill or even matchup knowledge. The difference between us is the strength of our character. And I think we've all had that. Sometimes you get beat and it's like, no, the difference between us is your skill. I can feel it. Your movement is immaculate. Your knowledge of my character is immaculate. That's why I lost. I'm man enough to admit it. You know me. I talk a lot of shit, but I can admit that I'm scrubby sometimes. I fuck things up. I'm suboptimal in many ways. I'm not ashamed to admit there are players in this world better than me, right? Of course. But there are times where you lose and it's like, nah, the reason I lost isn't to you. It's not because you play better Tekken, or even because I'm ignorant of your character. Like for example, you've seen me lose to a lot of Lydias. I'm like, yeah, I don't know your character well enough. Like you're getting away with shit. I haven't labbed it because I've been too busy learning Shou to like lab this new character, which I should do, and I will do. But there are other times I'm like, no, the difference between us truly is our characters. Because when I get plus frames, the amount of danger you're in is this much. Whereas when you get plus frames, the amount of danger I'm in is this much. And so when we play our coin flip game over and over again, you only have to win 4 coin flips. I have to win 7. And that difference is like, well, what are you gonna do? So we can have the same amount of neutral skill, the same amount of whiff punishing, but the gulf in power is such that like, you can fuck up 5 times and still come out alive. I can fuck up 3 times around and only come out alive. Get what I'm saying? So it's like, you just feel like the margin of error against certain characters as well. So that's why I'm talking about Shou. Shou's a great character. Shou, I could be playing against you, yeah, as a Shou player, and you can be out-Tekkening me. But Shou has such big dick power that I can be like, if you are wrong in one crucial moment, you try and take your friends back with a mid that doesn't catch AOP, and I choose in that moment to do AOP into hop kick, you're done. You're done. And like, you are out-Tekkening me the whole round, but that one moment is it. And technically you can say that for all characters, and that's true, right? Because even Leo, like, you know, if I combo you to the wall, round's over, pretty much, right? But the thing is, like, how easy is it to create that one moment? And certain characters have lots of ways of creating that one moment, and other characters have to kind of work to set that up. And I'm like, yeah, it's a madness. Winning just because of a ton of mix-ups kind of feels unsatisfying though. Using your brain with a non-top tier character is pretty fun. See, that's the thing though. 541 in Tekken 7, I would agree with you, because in Tekken 7, I could be streaming for an hour and only play against 3 people, right? So like I could play against you for like 20 minutes, just going over and over again. So in a way, I could control who I'm playing against and I can make sure that I'm having fun. In this game, I have to deal with a conveyor belt of characters, meaning that I have to deal with the most powerful people. And you're right to say that it feels fun to use a low tier to beat a top tier if I only have to do it once every 3 hours, right? But if every game I feel like I'm having to push a boulder up a hill, even if it's not true. Even if it's not true. Sometimes it's not true. Sometimes you're playing an S tier character, but you feel like your opponent is playing an S plus tier character and it feels whatever. Or maybe even it's just a matchup thing. For example, I used to hate fighting Asuka for this very reason. I recognized that Asuka wasn't a top tier character, but I felt like Asuka could just pull a can kick out of her ass at any moment and blow me the fuck up. And if I had to pressure her, she could just reversal me. I was like, this fucking sucks. So and she's not top tier, but she was just frustrated, right? But again, there were only a few matchups you had to deal with that in Tekken 7, right? But in Tekken 8, I feel like that all the time. All the time, I feel like that. So it's like, you better have some bullshit of your own, nigga. You know, like you better have your own. You know what I mean? Otherwise you're gonna go crazy. So I understand what you're saying, 541 hands, about like, yeah, I'm using this like sort of thoughtful character and winning through pure Tekken. But I think, and again, maybe you're just a stronger willed person than me. That's possible, right? But like for me, that the satisfaction of that only outweighs the frustration of losing to bullshit a certain amount. There's only so many like just like Dragunov matches where I'm like, okay, I'm in minus frames. I guess I'll do nothing. Okay, I'm in minus frames again. I guess I'll do nothing. Okay, well I have to challenge. Oh, I challenged and then I got blown up because of course I did. I was minus 4. Why'd I push buttons there? Because you have to push buttons at some point. I just picked the wrong moment, right? Just like fuck, bro. Fuck. Like that sucks. And again, you got 2 options. You can be a bitch about it, like I'm being right now and complain, or you can pick a character who also has bullshit and be like, all right, cool. Well, let's see whose bullshit's better. That's why I don't understand how Asuka's not top tier. No, Asuka's not top tier. She's not top tier. Let me explain to you why Asuka's not top tier, right? Asuka is really good at low levels. I had so much fun getting Asuka from wherever I was, like all the way up to Tekken King. Getting Tekken King though, you fight against players who know that Asuka is dangerous. So instead of like doing plus frames into move, they will just be like, no, you have to come to me. And it's at that point, she's like really weak because she can't really open you up. And it's not like say Hodong or even like Shou who can string together moves to make consistent pressure. When it's my turn, I have to do a thing and then end my string in -5, right? Or I go for the low hell sweep thing. Like I basically, when it's my turn, I do my thing and my turn is over. I cannot sustain my turn. And in Tekken 8, you need to be able to sustain your turn, right? Because you want to prevent your opponent from having their turn. And I think the problem is, like I said, when you're playing as Asuka against other players who are like good at Tekken and they know the matchup, they are gonna open me up far easier than I'm gonna open them up, right? Like, so as Asuka, I'm kind of reliant on the ignorance of my opponent. Like I rely on my opponent to be like, oh, I'm +5, so I'm gonna go for the low here, and I go, surprise, can kicks, right? But then a smart player goes, aha, Asuka wants me to do shit, so actually I'm gonna get my plus frames and then do nothing. And then when it's like, then I'm gonna get them. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all about delayed timing, right? And at higher levels, people know about delayed timing. At lower levels, everyone always wants to take their frames. I'm +5, so I must do a 14 frame move to frame trap you immediately, every time. Oh, I'm +3, so I must do a 12 frame move to frame trap you every time. I must take my frames. And then characters like Yoshimitsu and Asuka blow those people up. Because they want you to try and take your frames. Because then that's when the fucking safe power crush comes in, that's when flash comes in, that's when the punch barrier comes in. Asuka is more dangerous when she's minus frames than when she's neutral. And so knowing that, strong players will just be like, all right, I've got +4, but I'm just gonna wait. Because I know there's nothing you can do with that +4. There's nothing you can do with that. What are you gonna do with that +4? Oh, go into that Q string? Yeah, but I blocked the low, so now what? Yeah, but I blocked the high, so now what? Now what have you got, right? That's the thing. Yoshi, I must laugh. See, Cyril, I'm telling you, Cyril, once you know, that's the thing. Because, again, we're all guilty of this. When I have my +5, you just feel this need to use a 14 frame move to frame trap you, because that's what works in green ranks, and in yellow ranks, in orange ranks. Then you get to a level where people are like, even if I have plus rank, I'm just gonna wait. Right? And that's how you blow those people up, right? And so Asuka struggles to open people up, and that's what makes Asuka weak. So Asuka is low tier, but when you're grinding up, this talk make me want to try Asuka. Try Asuka. 5-for-1. Try Asuka. Asuka's a lot of fun, and you'll learn. And here's another thing: you'll learn a lot. Even if I don't stick with Shou, just playing Shou has taught me a lot. The sequence you mentioned is what I do with Eddie, but red rank is chaotic. Yeah, exactly. I understand that, right? But I need to get good with Asuka. Yeah, play different characters, man. Play different. You'll learn a lot. Every character will teach you stuff. Like playing Asuka taught me a lot of areas where I can. Taught me. I wonder if Kazuya is still worth playing though. If you enjoy it, I think the pleasure of playing Kazuya is mechanical. I think a lot of people enjoy the sensation of like making their thing to do the thing. I just don't get that. I'm not an execution guy. Like I just don't enjoy it. Even when I grind it into my muscle memory, I'm like, this isn't fun. I don't want to keep doing it. But some people, they get that. I'm like, whatever. Because I find Kazuya. Not only do I dislike like Kazuya actually I like Kazuya in the story, I think it's a good villain, but like I find him strategically boring, because Kazuya's whole thing is like, I have these 6 really powerful moves, and with these 6 powerful moves I can destroy you. That's it. With these 6 powerful moves I can destroy you. And then I also have good punishment. So he has to work hard on defense, because he has to survive long enough to do it, but then when it's his turn and he has it, I have these 6 moves and they can blow you up. There are 6 of the most powerful moves in the whole fucking game. And I think there's a satisfaction that comes with that. Like I am using this really powerful character, right? These powerful tools. I find that very boring because I find it very linear. Because like, these are my 6 tools. Meanwhile, Leo is the complete opposite of that. Where Leo's like, I have these maybe 15 pretty good tools. None of them are like OP, except for like maybe down for 2+3, which is legitimately like above the power curve, right? None of them are particularly OP, but they're all strong, right? And so it's up to the pilot to like figure out how to put them together. Whereas like the Kazuya game plan is the Kazuya game plan, no matter like people are gonna hate me for saying this, but I feel like all Kazuya players say the same. They play the same, and the only difference is how good are they. Like Kaisuke is the peak of what all Kazuya players are trying to do. Like that's honestly how I feel, because they're putting together the same moves. It's the same mix, but like they're all doing the same thing. Whereas I don't feel that way when I'm watching Shou. I don't feel the same way when I'm watching Leo. I feel like they play very differently. So I have no interest in just being another one of the Kazuyas who's just doing what all the Kazuyas do. And again, maybe that's me, the untrained eye. Maybe if I was a Kazuya player, they'd be like, oh no, they're very different. This one does this one does Hell Sweep 40% of the time. This one does it 60% of the time. It's totally different. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Whereas I'm like, you can watch a Leo who does the Hell Sweep every game, and you can watch Leos who never Hell Sweep. You can watch Leos who do the fucking block stats a lot, and they'll do like back 1+2 into the blocker, and you have ones like me who never uses block stats. Ever. Right? Ever. And I find that beautiful. You have some Leos who just over-rely on K&K, going into K&K stats over and over again. I think I probably fall into that. I've got K&K too much. You have many Leos who never use K&K stats, and they are only using the neutral tools, right? And it was even more beautiful in 7, because in 7 you can have a Leo who's like, I'm gonna back off and wait for you to whiff and then down forward 2 your ass. And you have other motherfuckers like, I'm going in. And I'm like, I love that. I love that versatility. And with Shou, I'm experiencing the same thing. I can have rounds where you'll see me just like, I'm gonna put my dick on the table and do crazy shit, right? But I also have rounds where I'm like, I'm actually gonna back off, because I know that you don't have faith in your defense. You're actually gonna kill yourself and throw you up. And I have all the defensive tools I need with Shou to fucking blow you up. The part of my Shou that I don't yet have is like when people are pushing buttons in my face really quickly. The Ninas, the Lazes, the Horons. And like, I know that when I lab it enough and I get more experience, I'm gonna blow those people up too. Because I know that I have back 1, this 8-frame move. And I've never played a character who had an 8-frame move before, so I've not internalized it in my muscle memory. So when I'm panicking and when they're doing stuff in my face, I don't even think about it until I'm watching the replay. But I know that eventually I will internalize 8-frame moves, and I'm gonna shut down a lot of mix-ups, right? So there's people I'm losing to now that give me a month, I will not be losing to, right? And it's exciting to know that, right? It's exciting to know that. Yeah. Depends on what level you play, to be honest. It just depends on execution. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. And again, I'm sure like people who love the character will disagree and be like, no, they're all Kazuya play very differently. And I think that's true. Like I don't want to disparage them. I think different people take different things out of this hobby, right, and out of this game. But I just find that the sort of like execution, I don't find it strategically interesting. And because of that, I have no interest to spend the time to learn how to do his things mechanically. Whereas Lee actually seems quite interesting, technically interesting to me. So I might take the time to like learn the execution for Lee. He seems cool. But again, Lee seems like a lot of work in a game where you have characters like Alyssa just doing dumb shit with chainsaws. You know what I mean? Imagine spending all those hours learning that shit just to fight against an Alyssa who's just fucking licking the keyboard to beat you. Fuck that, bro. Fuck that. Fuck that. right, let's get this promo.